All right, good afternoon or morning. Today we're going to do Lab 6.5, which is the burn test. So how fibers burn, the odor that they produce, and their appearance of the ash or whatever residue might be left over can help investigators figure out what type of material those fibers are made out of. So what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at several different known types of fibers. We're going to burn them, and then I'm going to burn some unknown fibers, and then you will use that information to identify whichever unknown you are given at a later date. So that's what we're going to do. So first off, we're going to start with cotton, and what we're going to do is put the cotton close to the fire without going into the fire, and then you see kind of
on it, or
just go near it. And as you get closer to it, you'll see just kind of like, you know, anything that happens to the cotton. It's kind of curling a little bit up, and then as soon as you touch it, it ignites, and then it burns, and it's got a black smoke coming off of it. There it goes. You can see black smoke coming off of it pretty good. And it burns pretty well, flickers a little. Burns pretty quickly. You can just put it right over the sink. And then,
maybe.
You can use the, hold on a second, we'll get these to scoop it off of there. Okay. And so the residue that's left over really is this gray, there's a gray ash that's produced. The material itself turned very black, but it burns pretty quickly, pretty fast. So that is cotton. The next one we're going to do is wool. Now cotton, if you remember, is a plant material. And then we're going to do wool, which is an animal material. And that there wasn't really a whole lot of smell, I don't think, to burning the cotton. I didn't really have any odor per se. Again, we're going to start by just putting it close to it. And it's not really having any effect when you get close to it. When you do attach it, it takes a little bit. It burns out very quickly. So wool is used in fire retardant like blankets, and you can see that that's because it might ignite, but it will go out pretty quickly. It had a gray flame, a gray smoke, whitish gray smoke that comes off of it. When it burns, you can see that it flickers. It's doing a lot of flickering when it does finally catch on fire. Flicker, flicker. It's got a nice bright flame. You might want to put it over the sink. Ignite it again, and then put it back over the sink. Get it nice and going really good. So you can see it takes a little bit to get wool going. We dropped it in the sink. You guys can even see the flame coming up off of it from inside the sink. It has an odor.
It stinks.
It stinks. Yeah, a lot of people say that it stinks. It is an animal fiber. Animal fibers do give off a lot more of a smell. It becomes kind of wrinkled. See, like the material, so it kind of folded in on itself. It's hard and flakes off the parts that burned, so it becomes sort of like this black charcoal ash material when it burns. So that is wool. All right, the next one we're going to do is silk. Now silk is another animal fabric. Again, just bring it very close to it, but not touching it. Don't touch the flame yet. Bring it a little closer. All right. And it's already starting to char a little bit on the edges as it gets close to the flame. All right. When you put it in the flame this time, be ready to go over the sink.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. All right. So there it goes. Yep, it's all right. All right. It flitters a lot. Oop, and we dropped it.
I didn't drop it. It fell.
So it also, like, it burns very fast. It's a very thin material. Here, burn it a little bit more so we can see smoke.
Make a new piece or?
No, just let's burn off. Just kind of get another end of that. All right, and then burn it. Oh, whoop, it almost just completely disappeared. Like it ignites immediately.
It stinks too.
And it really smells. Again, it's an animal fiber. And because animal fibers, it's like burning your own hair. If you've ever burned your own hair, it really stinks. Yeah, it's just burning way too quick to really see even smoke. And so you get this white, gray ash is what's left over from burning the silk, and it burns super, super fast. All right, the next one we're going to do is polyester. Now these are man-made materials. So polyester. Okay, as we get close, you can see it kind of starts bending. It's kind of folding on itself. Oh, it's starting to curl. All right, so now we've ignited it. Pull it out a little bit. You can see it also, it's got a black smoke coming off of it. It burns very rapidly. It sputters quite a bit. Whoops. Yep, bring it over the sink. It produces this stringy liquid material. Don't touch that stuff that's on the counter because that's going to be really, really hot. Yeah, go ahead and burn that over there. But it produces this stringy material. It's a plastic liquid material. So that is going to be your polyester. There we go. Try to scrape those off the counter. So the end residue is like this clear droplets come off, black smoke. The next one we're going to do is acetate. Acetate. Again, we'll bring it close by and see what happens.
Oh, sorry.
So it doesn't really do anything when you bring it too close to it. Polyester smelled. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to ignite it. It ignites fairly quickly. It burns quickly. Bring it over the sink. It melts. It's like melting. Not really any smoke coming off of it. It's just burning in the sink. You can still see it's still burning. So it burns pretty quickly, but not as quickly as that polyester. Oh, it did end up giving a little bit of white smoke at the very end, but it becomes kind of a hard material at the end. All right, the next one. Right. The next one is rayon. Again, we're doing the man-made fabrics. All right, we're going to bring it close to it. And it doesn't like bend or anything from the heat. All right, go ahead and put it in there. It catches, not as quickly as the others, but it catches pretty quickly. It burns fairly steadily. Yep, you can still see it burning in the sink. It's a slow burn. There's some white, gray, wispy smoke coming off of it. It's just steadily burning. Slow and steady. It's got some gray ash produced. It's folding in on itself and then completely burning. Smooth, complete burn. And all that's left is sort of this gray, ashy material. And it gives off this whitish gray smoke. It smells like a campfire. It smells like you're, roasting marshmallows at a campfire, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is, I think this is nylon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so nylon. Get close to it. And it's already kind of curling. Yep. All right, now go ahead and get one of it in there. Oop, and you can just kind of see it folds and melts. Look, it's dripping over the sink.
Oh. It's a brown drip.
Yeah, it's kind of like the polyester in that it drips this, it becomes plasticized, it becomes this liquid material. Did it smoke any?
I don't know.
Let's try, light it, but put it right over the sink so that we can see if it has any smoke. Yeah, it's got a little white smoke coming off of it, but what's left over is just this kind of this red plastic material. So that is nylon. Oop. And it's stuck to my table.
Sorry.
All right. I'll have to work on getting that off of there. All right, so the last known that we're doing will be denim. So the stuff that is made out of your jeans and stuff. So it is a cotton material, but it's thicker in the way that they weave it together. It has a twill weave. If you remember when we did that, that means it was over 2 and under 1, over 2 or 3 and then under 1. So it really didn't do anything when you came close to it. But once you put it in the flame, it catches and it burns pretty steady, nice orange flame. And then it just continues to burn nice and steady.
The fabric kind of turned purplish.
Yeah, the fabric is a blue purple where the flame is really hot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what that is instead of those nice yellows that y'all saw earlier, this one's burning even hotter because it's got more of a blue purple color. It also produces just a very fine ash and gray smoke. All right, so those are your knowns. So now we're going to turn the video off, and then we're going to tape the unknowns because you won't get every one of the unknowns. You'll get each person will get their own unknown. All right, so we'll see you in a few.